Hey, this is Keith, host of Sportsvibestv, and I'm coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be calling one of my friends, Mike. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to bets and, things of that nature. And he's also helped me a lot when it comes to making my own bets. And we typically compete week to week, whether it be basketball or football in weekly bets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call him in. He's going to give me his 4 top picks. And we'll discuss them. And, if you guys feel similar, or if you guys feel the same way, you can follow along with him because I'm pretty sure he's going to be putting some bets down as well. So with that being said, let me call him up right now and let's get into it.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, what's good? Keys.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, so how's everything with you? Good?
Everything's good, man. How's everything with you?
Everything good. Everything good. So with that being said, let's jump right into the picks for week 2. I know I asked you to get 4 games that you felt pretty confident about. So let's see if we can just see if we feel the same about those games and see what my subscribers think and if they might want to take those bets as well.
Sounds good.
All right. So
hope they have a good week if they pick my games.
You want your little 5%?
Yeah, a little 5%. Something like.
I hear you. So with that being said, what's the first game?
The first game I liked was the Bills versus the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
The line is -6 right now.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly.
Yeah, you and me both. Because the Bills, they look pretty good as well. They didn't look, it wasn't as crisp. Josh Allen had some issues, but I don't think they're just 6 points better than, the Dolphins.
I mean, outside of the couple of fumbles he had, I believe Josh Allen had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 33 for 46. He had 312 yards with 2 touchdowns. And he also rushed for 57 yards versus the Jets for a touchdown. And I was against the Dolphins, which New England played last week. He had 75 rushing yards. So I can only imagine what Josh Allen is going to do. Like, his eyes are going to light up against the Dolphins.
Yeah, they don't have Patrick Graham anymore, so I don't think their defense is as formidable as it was, in the second half of last year.
Exactly. It's going to be hard for them to stop the run.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
And Fitzmagic is looking like Fitztragic last week.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch that game, unfortunately. I just saw the Jets game in the 1:00 window.
Yeah, he was completing passes 20 for 30, but it just didn't look good. Like, he had 191 yards, 3 interceptions, so the Dolphins are clearly tanking this season with Fitzpatrick as their starting quarterback.
You think Tua's going to get some shine soon? You think Tua's going to get some shine soon?
Yeah.
Let's hope his hip holds up, man. I hope nothing but the best for him. So what's the next game that you had? So the first one was you said you were taking the Bills, -6. And then the next one?
Yeah, the next game I like, I'm going to go with the Vikings versus the Colts. The line right now is -3 for the Colts, +3 for the Vikings. And I'm going to take the Vikings to cover the spread. I honestly think they're going to outright win the game because the Colts, they looked good in like the first half last week, and then they just stopped playing. And to make matters worse, they lost Marlon Mack.
Yeah. So what was it, his Achilles?
Yeah, towards Achilles.
Yeah, that's rough.
But Jonathan Taylor, their backup running back, he's pretty good. And Hines, he had a huge game last week in the passing game. So they'll be good, I think, maybe. But I think the Vikings are just better. Their offense looked better last week against Green Bay. Unfortunately, they were going up against Green Bay last week.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers had a career day.
Aaron Rodgers had a very angry game with Devontae Adams. And I also believe that Dalvin Cook, he's going to run better this week against the Colts. So I see the Vikings covering the spread, like I said, and outright winning the game. I like that game.
All right. And for your third one?
My third game, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers versus the Lions.
Yeah.
The spread is...
You think Patricia's going to end the season as coach?
I don't think they're going to fire him mid-season, honestly. And I feel like they could have won. They could have easily won last week, but unfortunately, their rookie running back, he missed a wide open touchdown pass in the final seconds of the game.
True.
And it's unfortunate they're also playing without Galladay in second straight game, and he's like the main target of the passing game.
Of Stafford, yeah.
So it's going to be tough for them to try to put up points for Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams, he had 156 yards last week, 14 receptions. And Aaron Jones didn't even really get it going last week. So
Yeah.
Lions going to have a hard time. They gave up 175 rushing yards last week, and out to the Bears. So Aaron Jones is a way better rusher than anybody on the Bears. I see the Packers covering that easily.
All right. So third game you have the Packers covering. And then for your fourth game?
Last game, I had two in mind, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals versus the Washington football team. That spread right now is -7.
And the Cardinals look good against San Francisco.
Say that again?
The Cardinals look good against San Francisco.
Yeah, the Cardinals looked great last week.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray got to play with his new offensive weapon with Hopkins.
Yep.
He had 14 receptions for 151 yards. And Kyler Murray himself, he had a game last week. He had 230 passing yards and 91 rushing yards. And that's against one of the best defenses in the NFL, the 49ers. So the Washington football team, they kind of
they jamming over here.
Yeah, they beat the Eagles. I don't know what's going on with them. Well, I know what's going on. Injuries are definitely going on with them. Their offensive line was hurt. Their running back was injured. So they was pretty fortunate to turn it around in that second half and come back and beat them. And I don't think that's going to happen with the Cardinals. Like, the Cardinals have too much offense. Their defense is decent this year. So I see a big year for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Isaiah Simmons got torched, though. I was watching a breakdown of his highlights, lowlights, and he wasn't even able to take too many snaps out there. So I'm kind of glad we didn't go the Isaiah Simmons route. Well, you know, I'm thinking in the perspective of a Giants fan. My fault. Man.
Giants, man.
Well, if you want, you have any thoughts on the Giants game? You can give me that as well.
The Giants game, they're going up against the Bears. Honestly, what's the spread right now? The spread right now for that game is 5.5. I think I like the Giants to cover that 5.5. I believe Saquon Barkley, he's gonna bounce back. It'll be tough going against that. Well, the Bears defense was okay last week. And of course they don't have the guy they traded away.
I know they got Mac last year. I don't know who they traded away.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't think of it. Or did they just gain somebody?
I know they traded away. I know they traded for Mac a couple years ago.
Oh, they do have Mac. Yeah. They'll have a I don't know. I think Saquon, he'll be able to
actually run
figure it out.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh's front seven is almost one of the best in the league. You can argue. So I can understand why we couldn't get any running lanes opened up. We have a new offensive line. Their chemistry is still forming, so that makes sense. Yep. But hopefully against the Bears we can try to do a lot better. I like Daniel Jones. He looked great outside of those 2 bonehead interceptions that he threw. And he looks like he's going to be a top tier, quarterback one day, hopefully.
Yeah, actually, I like Daniel Jones. Like, I like the way he plays. He's tough. He delivers throws when he's under pressure. He takes hits.
Stands right there in the pocket.
Gets back up and he keeps going. And he can rush a little bit.
Yep.
I like that too about him.
Yo, that pass to Slayton when that touchdown ball, was it 41 or 47 yards, something like that. That was a beautiful ball. Because you know the angle that they give you when you're watching on the TV, you can't really see the receivers as they get open. But when he let that ball go, I was like, oh, touchdown. I didn't know where Slayton was. I was just like, touchdown.
Yeah, Slayton is having it. He had a huge first game, I feel like.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're incorporating him a lot to the offense, and that'll be good for them for the future. Of course, you guys just still got to keep on working on that line.
Yeah. Fleming didn't look too great. Nick Gates didn't look good at center either. The Thomas was pretty decent. For a rookie, he had a tough matchup with Bud Dupree, so he did as much as he could. But we'll see as they grow and build throughout the season.
Yeah, he's looking better than Sam Darnold right now.
Definitely. Definitely. I think Sam Darnold's still out there seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
All right, man. But I won't hold you for too long. I really appreciate you taking the time out and speaking to me, man.
No problem, man. I'm looking for a 4-0 for the first week.
So do any of these picks also reflect on our personal picks in our little group? You gonna have the same picks?
More than likely, unfortunately, but you're getting a little insight.
I promise I won't use it to factor it. I promise.
Now you might want to. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, man. Dude.
All right, peace. So that was my homie Mike. You know, I appreciate you guys watching through. If you find any of these picks work for you, just make sure, you know, you check them, you use them. And if they do work out good for you, just make sure you let us know in the comments. That way we know we're giving you some positive information and we can keep doing this. All right. So once again, this is Keith, host of Sportsvibestv, and I'm out.